Welcome to Who's in It, and this is the page where I talk about philosophical ideas and concepts. So, today I'm going to talk about anti-natalism. Now, before I begin, let me ask you a question. Do you want to have babies? Now, that is a very personal and offensive question to all of you, and you may curse me out in the comments. You're allowed to do that. Okay, so before that, let me tell you about that. Okay, so anti-natalism is the idea that we should not have babies. We should not give birth to any more children because it will cause suffering. Now, how it works is that, first of all, its roots come from Buddhism. Buddhism has the idea that life is full of dukkha, which means suffering. And then we have Gnostics who says that this world is flawed, this world is a flawed creation, and bringing more souls into this world would lead to them getting trapped in the corruption. Then we have Greeks who talk about the idea of persuader of death, which is Hegesias. And then we have Sophocles, who was a Greek playwright who talked about how it was better not being born than being born. And then we have Arthur Schopenhauer, who is considered as the father of modern anti-natalism. Now, modern anti-natalism has many figures who talk about their ideas. First of all, we have David Beneta. David Beneta is a South African philosopher who gave the idea of asymmetry argument. Asymmetry argument is basically the argument that if you just don't give birth to someone, you are not only going to save them from the guaranteed suffering that's going to come with their life, but you won't also be just depriving them of their choice. Like, we could argue that, okay, you are not giving birth to a child, what if that child becomes a president? Well, if that child doesn't exist, that child won't even go through harassment that was guaranteed to happen, suffering that was guaranteed to happen. Then we have Emil Cioran, who said who talks about existential nihilism, how it is a sin or it's a crime to exist. Then we have Thomas Ligotti, who says that consciousness is a curse. You must have heard the dialogue from the movie, the famous line that I believe that consciousness is a tragic step in evolution. Yeah, that's the idea of Thomas Ligotti. And then we have Julio Cabrera, who talks about negative ethics. He says that we are going to hurt someone whether or not we like it. We are going to hurt someone when we are alive, like eating plants or eating animals. We are going to hurt someone when we are dead, like hurting our dead relatives who love us so much. Then there are some arguments for anti-natalism, which are like the life has risk, life has suffering, guaranteed suffering, so we must not give birth to babies, we must not bring more souls into this world. That would be problematic. And then there are arguments against that by others like neuroscience and others who said life is joyous, or parents need their children. But it's a long debate. We'll meet you in the next one.